All right, I'm back here with Bobby from Mega Strike, and we're looking at their spinnerbait. What's special about your spinnerbait?
Well, like we talked before about separating fact from fallacy of what spinnerbaits are doing under the water. And like I said, I've been diving with fish for 22 years, and we video bass striking spinnerbaits. The predator bass or any other type of predator fish will normally strike a bait from an angle, about 90% of the time compared to 10% of the time directly from behind. When we watch a bass striking a bait from the side, the angler is pulling the bait this way. Equal water pressure down both sides of the bait, want to keep it running nice and straight. So when the bass inhales the bait, he comes about here and he must turn the bait sideways, causing drag and resistance. And like I said, it wants to stay straight. And if a bass is not real aggressive or the water is dirty or muddy or dingy, its perception can be off. So what happens in slow motion is the bass goes to inhale and the bait wants to straighten out and actually pulls the bait away from him. It's called a short strike. Everybody knows that. So with the strike back spinnerbait, and it took me 3 years to design this, when the bass goes to inhale the bait from the side, it only takes half the energy to suck the business part, the hook, and into the fish's mouth. The head, the blades, and the wire stay stationary. The angler still doesn't know he's got a strike yet, so he's pulling the bait this way because it happens in milliseconds. The bait straightens out, actually snaps a little bit. It'll set the hook by itself. Okay, and now the angler feels the strike. He'll set the hook on it. And the number one reason we lose bass, especially smallmouth, and they're heartbreakers, believe me, on spinnerbaits, is on solid body spinnerbaits. When they jump, they have all that leverage to flail that bait around. And what it does just works its way out of its mouth. And it's another lost fish. And especially when you're fishing tournaments, you can be fishing for $100,000 and miss one fish. And, that's why our slogan is when every fish counts. Okay, so what happens is with our spinnerbait, and I'm going to hold this as loosely as I can without dropping it. When that fish hits that bait and he starts to jump, he can sit there and shake his head all he wants. And I'm barely holding this. The head, the wire, and the blades are absolutely stationary. As long as you have that line here, we've had the bass swim right up next to the bait. You can sit them to watch them shake their heads there. And let me tell you, it's the best spinnerbait, period.